Well, hello, fellow diamond painters. It's finally DP Crazy Lady. It is October 30th, 2023. It's Monday, and it's 12:18 p.m. What have I been doing? Where have I been since last Wednesday? Oh gosh. Tired. Very, very tired. As you see before you, there's a diamond painting. I'll show you the picture of it. I'll show you, explain the size of it, where it's from, blah, blah, blah. And do a little whip and babble the best I can. Okay, here is the diamond painting. Here's the picture. It is called Tiger from the Embers. It is a Dreamer design that I've had for about 6 months or more. About 6 months. It is a 60 by 80 centimeter or a 23.6 wide by a 31.5 length, tall, long, whatever. Yes, I was working on cross stitch, and I realized something after about 2 or 3 days of it. I can't do it anymore. I can't say it depressed me, but it was just, it just isn't my thing, my hobby anymore, or something like that. I can't explain it. If I had been continuing to do it throughout the year and maybe occasionally did diamond painting, okay, it would have maybe worked. But I have to send it back, unfinished, of course. They're not going to be happy, and I'm sorry that they won't be, but it is what it is. I just cannot do it anymore. It just drove me a little bonkers. So I sat around for 2 or 3 days and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. If I wanted to do anything, because I was so tired and depressed over having to send it back, not accomplishing, something, because I want to finish what I start, and I just couldn't do it. I'm sure there's some of you out there have had those days. I mean, it happens. What my days entail now is I deal with the puppy all day long. I mean, he lays with my daughter on the couch, but it's like every 2 to 3 hours he wants to go out. He wants to go out. It's like I just sit to relax, and boom, he's ready for the great outdoors again. So I try to make him do quick trips. I take him out, he pees, he poops, he's back in. Because usually all he wants to do is go out there and sniff, 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 sniff. And I just don't feel like doing that. It's been raining for the last 3 days, which makes it even more depressing. I get up at about 7:30 in the morning. I check my glucose, of course, which has been going up and down because of all the, I don't know, stress, tension, depression, whatever it is, trying to keep it on an even keel. Like I said, I sat around. I'm jumping back and forth, I know. I sat around for a few days and went through my diamond paintings and said, what do I want to diamond paint? What do I want to, and nothing was clicking on me. I mean, that's not like me. I love this diamond painting. I love doing it. And I've got bunches. I went through my budget friendlies, nothing hit me. Started going through all my diamond arts and my dreamers, and I have no craftably, but went through, all I had, and still kept sitting here. What do I do? What do I do? And finally, this one kind of hit me. It's okay. I'm not jumping up and down, because after I got partially through this area of it over by his 1 foot, I thought, geez, I could have done one of my Pinsons, one of the covered bridges, because I do enjoy those. And so the more I kept thinking about that, the less I kept thinking about this one. But I will not stop this one to start another one. That's not what I do. This one has 56 colors, by the way. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABs. And there's a lot of ABs in that 1 foot over here. I mean, tons. Pain in the rear. So anyway, I get up about 7 and then have my coffee. I try to, after the puppy's out, I try to relax a little, because I know at about 9 o'clock I'll wake my daughter up. Well, I'll send Liam in to wake her up, and I'll start breakfast for the both of us. I make sure she has her, she crawls in, because no, we never heard back from Scope. No scooter, no nothing. So she crawls. So she gets off her bed, she crawls into the bathroom, goes to the bathroom, crawls into the living room, and gets up on the sofa, and that's where she lays all day. And I take her in her breakfast, her coffee. She has a glass of water, because she has to take all her medicines. She has to take her inhaler. And then I come back in here and eat my breakfast. And soon after breakfast, puppy wants to go back out again. That's, he goes out at 7, he's back out again at 9:30 or so. And he's old enough to hold himself longer than that. I mean, he's 1.5 years old, close to, or something. I mean, come on. But, daughter says, he's got a small bladder. Well, hey. So, and right now I have one heck of a headache. But, then at, around noon or so, I try to see what we have for lunch. And we have a little bit of lunch. And then the next thing you know, he's got to go out again, so on and so forth. So he goes out at least 6 to 8 times a day. And that's before 10 o'clock at night. I'm getting so tired of this. I don't know what his issue is, but I try to ignore him, but then he barks and he whines and he carries on. It's just driving me insane. So that's where I've been, Granny. Just existing, I guess. Just kind of, you know, doing nothing much. I haven't really watched much anything on YouTube. I did see your last one, Granny. So that was about it. Um, Nothing else really new or exciting or whatever. It's all just nothing. Nothing to jump up and down about and talk about. It's I got nothing to talk about. I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't even been on and have anything to report. I wish I could have finished cross stitch, but it's just isn't in the cards, which means I won't get paid, but no big deal. I've done without before. I'll do without again. Doesn't bother me. It's money I didn't have to begin with, so it's not something I'm going to miss. So, I've been taking my time on this one real slow. Just doing little tinier sections as I go instead of, I don't diamond paint as many hours as I did before, being that, my daughter's laid up, so she can't take him out. I want to get in sometime today to get a quick shower. I need one. And it's just been cold and rainy, and weather's been crap. So nothing's really changed in the state of Ohio. It's the same old, same old. So I'm glad everybody's doing good. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I said my weekend was same as, same as during the week. There's no difference. Let's see, what letter am I on now? C. It's the letter C. It's number 5, which is 317, which is a gray. Big deal. Sorry I don't sound too enthusiastic. It's awful when somebody injures themselves. It could be worse, believe me. It could be a lot worse, but she's doing good. She's not having any major pain. She's taking her pain pill. And I guess the doctors are kind of surprised that she's not feeling as much pain as maybe they thought she would or should or something. She'll see the doctor in about another week to 10 days, something like that, because it would have been 2 weeks after the surgery. So I forget when her appointment is. She's got it on her paper or in her phone. And I don't know what they do from there. I don't know if they give her a walking boot, to put on it to let it heal some more, because there's no way they're going to, remove the splint cast type thing that they have on her now. So she said she read up that a lot of times they put a walking boot on it. I guess when she goes, they'll do x-rays first to see how the healing is coming along with the screws and thingy, the metal rod, metal shaft, whatever it was they put in on one side. And, at least this medication that they gave her is not making her want to throw up. So it works real good, but it does make her sleepy, and she just goes back to sleep. So, but yeah, she crawls everywhere she needs to go. Puppy thinks it's funny. He thinks it's another dog in the house, because as soon as she starts crawling out, he thinks, oh, it's time to play tag, and he grabs toys and tries to get them like toward her mouth and stuff. Here, take this, take that. So he must think it's another dog in the house for some reason, or it's a game. So, well, nothing else really new. All the leaves have fallen, and they've all landed in my yard, my driveway, on my car. So, and 2 days ago I was going to get out there with the blower and blow the leaves across the street into the empty lot across from me, and don't you know, it decided to rain, and it's been raining now for 2 or 3 days, and no way I can blow the leaves. They weigh a ton, so I'd just be wasting my electricity. So I guess they're going to stay. They keep saying that winter's around the corner, and I believe it. And the thing is, last year around Halloween, this is exactly how the weather looked. Same thing. Cold, rainy, leaves falling. And every time they have a little Halloween party here every year, this is what happens. They have a Halloween party outside for the kids. Too cold. So I suspect if we had a bad winter last year and everything came, the same way this year, well, I think it's going to hit us again. So I told my mother next week she's going to come out this way, and I'm taking her to the grocery store. I'm stocking up, and I'm going to make sure she's stocked up, because I told her, we're not going anywhere Thanksgiving, so don't even bring it up. And Christmas will probably be the same, because I don't want to go out in this mess. Once it hits, I'm done. I'm too old to celebrate with gifts and stuff like that. I don't need anything. My mother and my stepfather sure don't need anything. And everybody else is grown up, and all the kids, the younger kids, are all the way in, hundreds and hundreds of miles away from us. So they're not coming up for Christmas. So they'll get, an email, a text, a Christmas card, something. That'll be the end of it. So it's just, everything's getting too doggone expensive. And I'm not taking the chance of driving all over the place in the weather that I expect to be happening this December. So, what's everybody else planning when winter hits? Do y'all plan on hibernating? If you don't have an outside job, are you going to hibernate? Are you going to, stock up and, keep everything, indoors, and, try to make sure you got enough so you don't have to go out for a long time. Because that's what I sure plan on doing. Today I'm going to make chili. I'm going to make it in my pressure cooker. It only takes about 20 minutes to make it in the pressure cooker, and it turns out great. So I'm going to use a can of black beans and a can of kidney beans. So, to make my bean chili. And there'll probably be enough left over. That drill looks like a bad one. I always make enough to have some for lunch the next day. That way I don't have to worry about trying to find something else to make. I try to do that with every dinner, but I've been making smaller amounts now because I figure we don't need to eat that much because we're not active. She's not active. She's laying down all the time. We don't need to pack on pounds for winter. So I'm a little more active with my up and down, but still nowhere near what I would have been during the summer. And I don't plan on packing on pounds in the winter like a bear so that I can hibernate that way. So does anybody have any suggestions for like prepared lunches? Something, I've had egg salad, which I can't have a lot of bread anyway, but I've had egg salad on lettuce, like a lettuce wrap type thing. But I'm trying to think of some kind of good recipes or good tried and true that others have used for like quick and healthy lunches. I eat salads, but the lettuce only lasts so long. I need something that I can either have in the freezer or, a quick packet of something. I just can't. I'm running out of ideas after 2 years. You kind of like nothing seems to click in there. And it has to be, for low carb. I know I can look up all this stuff on the internet, but I just thought maybe somebody out there had their own little things that they enjoyed to eat for lunch if they ate lunch. And, even if it's not healthy for me, I can turn it into healthy. I can change, some ingredients and stuff. But if somebody had any ideas, hey, comment about them, list them, something, because this old lady is running out of ideas. I've been cooking for a lot of years, and it's like, after a while, it all just kind of, jumbles together. So, that's the end of my conversating here. If there's anything I missed, that I haven't told y'all, ask it in the comments. I'll try and answer them. That's all I can think of. Nothing else really new. Hopefully her ankle heals correctly and she doesn't have any, real future issues. And we'll see. We'll see what happens in a few weeks. Don't know when I'll be back on here, but I thought I'd at least, give you a sort of an update, which isn't that good. I don't know if and when I'll, how long it'll take to finish this thing. It's pretty good size. it just depends on how much time I want to spend on it, or, if I get tired or depressed one day, I may just put it aside for a while and then pick it up again later. But I won't do anything in between. I refuse to do that. I cannot do more than one at a time. Not that I can't. I am able to. I just won't. It bothers me. So, 25 minutes of babble. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So, y'all have a good day, and hope the beginning of your week is just as good as hopefully your weekend was. So, y'all have a good one. Hugs. DP Crazy Lady. I'm gone.